Hello fellow RC enthusiasts, Justin here from RC Bros 2000, of course, and today I'm bringing you guys a video for my two-wheel drive Monster. What we're doing today is not one of his upgrade videos, but more of a reboot. So there's a lot of upgrades that I put on him merely to test on how well he performed, specifically meaning the hot racing sway bar kit. And there's a couple other things I want to be doing to it. So instead of making a whole upgrade video where I'm just ripping things out, I'm just doing this little reboot. As well as this gets me a chance to ask you guys a couple things else pertaining to a couple upgrades I've done over the years to Monster. So that's pretty much what this video is all about. So let's get into it. I'm going to start by removing the power supply for the LEDs. So, for the cradle itself, it's going to be held on with 4 screws right on the top. With the 4 screws removed, we can now pull off the cradle that holds the battery in place, as well as pulling out the battery. Now we can get to the 2 screws that hold the rest of the cradle to the RC. We can also go ahead and remove the 2 screws that hold the mount for the sway bar kit to the chassis. With the mount removed, we can go ahead and get rid of the rest of the front sway bar kit, and that's easily done by unscrewing the 1 screw that goes into both A-arms. Now when we do this, we're going to have to replace it with a shorter screw, or else the front shocks will also come undone. Once we're done with the front sway bar, we have to remove the rear one. It's just like the front. First we got to remove the 2 screws that hold the bar in place. I'm also going to go ahead and remove the 1 screw that holds the bottom of the link to the A-arm. With the RC flipped over, I'm going to quickly go ahead and remove the 6 screws that hold the transmission into place. Alright guys, I removed the rear suspension, and I'm going to do the same for the front. The front's held on with 2 screws on top and 3 screws on bottom. After removing the 5 screws, the front suspension slides right on forward, and we can now get to the 2 nuts that hold the toe links in place. Once these are removed, the toe links slide right on up and off. Next, I'm going to go ahead and remove the ESC. That's easily held on with 2 screws, one there and one on the opposite side. Once I have that off, I'm going to be removing the 4 screws that hold the covers to the waterproof receiver box. Alright, I've already gone ahead and removed all of the wires that came to the receiver and pulled everything out. Now all that's left to do is remove the 2 screws for the receiver box. Alright guys, I bet you're wondering why I've taken Monster all the way down to his chassis. Well, words won't explain it, so I will just show you. Alright guys, and here is what I had planned from the very get-go. Monster has a new LED setup, and the biggest thing I like about this one is it's got underglow lights. Each side has 3 LEDs, 1 facing somewhat forward and 2 facing directly down on each side. So I was been spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to set this up the way I did, and I settled with this design. So what I have here is obviously 2 lines that meet at this box here for the underglow. I have 1 line that still needs to be cut and shortened once I get the rear suspension back on for the rear LEDs, which I'm going to rework right there as well. I have in the back, it's got a little hole for the LEDs that go to the front for the Proline bar, and then I even cut a hole and stuck a connector on the top for the body LEDs. So there's a lot going into this, and it's going to look nice. Now all I really need to do is start putting things together. And with that, we are done. So there's still a little more things I'm considering taking on and off, mainly the spare tire rack. But with the way it is set up now, and especially with the body, there's a giant hole if I remove it. But I do need to get a new body for him. So with the next body, I need to seriously consider whether I'm keeping that spare tire rack or not. Other than that, the sway bar kit, as you guys saw, was removed, which it looks so much nicer both in the front and near suspension. There's a lot less going on, as well as there's just not all that added metal weight from the bars and the mounts and all that jazz. There was really no point in even putting that thing on there. That thing did not do its job at all. Sure, it showed a little bit of sway when one tire would go down, but there wasn't anything considerable. The shocks were just too strong for the sway bar provided, and there was nothing I could find alternatively to replace it. At least not what I could find easily and cheaply. So with that said, that's never going back on. And I redid all the lighting, so Monster has a new underglow system, which looks really cool at night. Unfortunately, I can't capture the real nice aspect of it during the daytime. So that's just going to be something I have to do at night. So other than that, guys, you let me know about the spare tire rack down below, whether I should keep it or not. Other than that, that should be it for this video, and I will see you all next time.